Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Hi, everybody.
We will take a moment to share this as we ask you to take a moment to share this as well. It's Thursday.
Thursday. Hmm.
It is Thursday. And of course, that means Thursday night convo. Do me a favor. Can you share it to your page from YouTube, please?
From YouTube.
hmm If you would share it from YouTube, I would appreciate that. How's everybody doing this evening? Uh, Thursday kind of just came up on us,
Sure did. I did
truth be
not know
told.
it was
Like,
Thursday until 30 minutes ago. Literally.
Thursday just came up on us. Although we've been looking forward for Friday, it kind of snuck up on us. So we're taking just a brief moment to kind of get our bearings. So, um, but it's all good. It's Thursday. We're here. You know what Thursday night convo is all about. It is about us getting couples to talk more. That's all it's about. It's about getting couples to talk more. And so the whole premise for anybody who this may be their first time catching us on a Thursday night convo, the whole premise is that we have a conversation in front of you guys. And the goal in having this conversation in front of you guys is one, to show you that couples can have all kinds of conversations. They could be good, bad, tense, funny, whatever. And it's an opportunity for you to learn your spouse. It's an opportunity for you to grow your relationship. It's just an opportunity to get clarification. And, sometimes it's just fun.
Cameras up there.
Yeah, but in order to read the comments, I gotta fix this whole situation. I've been messing with it and it's not what it's supposed to be. But anyway, those of you who are watching, go ahead and just shout out real quick. Say what's up. Let us know you're here. I did say I was actually going to share this and I never did. So let me just do that real quick.
How can you if it's in the thing?
What do you mean?
The
I shared those YouTube
Oh,
to my page. Can you do that, please?
I did.
Oh, okay.
You asked me to already.
Thank you.
I listened to you.
Thank you for listening to me. That's a problem in a lot of marriages.
That's a problem?
Yeah.
Oh, not for me.
Folks don't listen to their spouses.
I listen all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Now we're getting into dangerous territory because that doesn't sound all the way true to me. All right. All right. Anyway, we went from 5 folks down to 2 folks. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
We've created a tool, and for those of you who join us every week, we bookend it with this tool, and so we're going to briefly talk about that. Created a tool that'll help you have a conversation, and it is called the Have a Conversation Couples Journal. And in that journal, you have several conversation starters, things that will help you to have any kind of conversation that you want to have. You also get to see some excerpts of our actual journal entries in this journal. Not necessarily give you an idea of what to do, but to just show you how it's used and the fact that we've used it as well. So you can pick that up at denali.org/shop. You can also pick that up at Amazon and Barnes and Nobles. I'll tell you what, I have, and this was actually a coupon that was actually for a group of people that we did something for, but I'll throw it out there to the folk that are listening. If you grab it between now and the weekend and use the code SPICE, SPICE, you will get a handsome discount on this journal. So there you have it. All right. So Thursday night convo, like I said, Thursday kind of snuck up on us. And as a result, let me tell you what happens, right? Because I think sometimes people may think that, and you can hear me, right? Because
Yeah.
all right. Sometimes conversation doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen. Like, think about what our week has been like this week,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Crazy.
It has been.
It's been really, really crazy.
It's been very crazy, interesting to say the least. Several 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 3:30 a.m. nights,
Yeah.
and not the kind of 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3:30 a.m. nights that I would like. It didn't involve some of the things that I, enjoy. It, was just kind of
Busy.
grinding out
Busy.
and not really talking, but talking about what's the term that we use sometimes? It's it's not
Hallway?
conversational. It's like hallway talk,
Mm-hmm.
right? You good? Yeah. Hungry? Yeah. What do you want to eat?
Yeah.
Just and that has been our conversation for the majority of this week. And
Yeah.
so I'm actually glad that it's Thursday because I get to say something more than, what do you want to eat for dinner and,
Okay.
that kind of thing. So,
What you got to say then?
man, I am kind of apprehensive right now. And I'll tell you why I'm apprehensive. And it's going to sound like a shameless plug, but it's really not. I I've finished this book,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I'm kind of fearful now. I don't know if it's fearful is the right word, but you know how it's almost like that stage fright.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to ta-da, I don't want to put it out there. And so I've really been kind of, I don't know. I just been kind of back and forth with that. Just like,
I think that's I think that most authors go through that when they're about. Actually, I know they do because I know of a couple people who have said that. A couple who have said that. Yeah, that they feel kind of antsy or anxious right before their book is published. So it's normal.
what's the I mean, maybe there isn't any way to get over that. Huh? It's just like the stage fright thing. You just got to get out there.
Just got to get out there.
Just got to get out there.
I mean, I've never published a book like you have.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like you are about to. So I don't know, but I would assume they just got to do it.
Just got to do it. Just got to do it. Okay.
Yeah,
so yeah, so that's kind of where I've been at. I've been a little nervous, a little apprehensive about that. I even considered giving an exclusive to just this group of people who join us on Thursdays, just an exclusive of the cover. And then I backed out of it, but it's coming soon. I did finish this book. And so I'm excited about that. So real quick, because we're not going to be on long tonight. We saw these clips of Kanye West, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's clear that
good topic.
It's clear that there is something happening. There's a breakdown somewhere. What do you mean?
Mental
health
mentally
issues,
okay,
right? So, and I read something. The Kardashian family was saying that they were, I forgot the exact word they used, but basically, upset about how this whole thing went down with him talking about his daughter and that they almost aborted her and that kind of thing.
So they're upset with him that he said that, or they're upset
saying that there's a problem. I guess there's an issue.
So they're not saying that they're upset with the responses that people are giving. They're upset with him, you're saying?
Yeah, well, that's what I didn't do a whole lot of reading, but for what I did see, it just looked like they were, upset about, the things that he said.
Mm-hmm.
And I would imagine, how that makes the family look or whatever the case may be. But I'm saying all that to ask a question, right? Excuse me. It is not uncommon, right, in a marriage for one spouse or maybe both to encounter some level of a mental health kind of issue,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if we're transparent, which we normally are, right? Both you and I brought the water. What's happening? Both you and I have experienced um, anxiety at certain points,
Mm-hmm.
right?
I think everyone does.
Yeah, just to varying degrees, right? Like I've never had to take um,
Medication.
medication,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not so much so that it's not necessarily because I didn't need it, because I'm sure I've had some intense panic attacks throughout my life, so it's very possible that I did. But here's where I'm going with all of that. It was a long road to get there, but I'm there now. Um, I've arrived. Um,
Mm.
Somebody said there has been something wrong for a long time, but they've covered it up.
I agree. Yes, I
Um,
agree.
and I'm sorry, I'm saying somebody because it says Facebook user. It doesn't say what the person's name is. So
You were supposed to fix that.
I can't.
Oh,
Whoever,
the person
yeah, whoever
has to.
joins from the group has to
Right,
agree
right, right,
to
right.
for their name to be shown.
Go ahead.
Um, so where I'm going with that is, what is the best way? And best is a terrible word to use, but that's the only word I have right now. You have a spouse that is dealing with a mental health issue. What are the steps to, how do you engage with that person? Because you're trying to build a relationship, you're trying to maintain a marriage, and nobody gets into a marriage for it to fall apart. So you don't really want it to fall apart.
How do you engage? Oh, I really don't know.
And think about it, and before you answer, think about it from the Kanye West point of view, right? Because I don't know Kanye, but just based on what we see, I would imagine that if somebody were to really, like, not everybody can tell him, hey, dude, you need to go talk to somebody, because he may not receive that well.
Yeah, and the thing is with that, who's to say that his wife and his family haven't said that to him?
True.
That's really all you can do. I'm here for you, to support you in any way that I can. If you feel like you need to talk to someone, that might be a good idea. I mean, what else can you do? You can't make an adult person go.
That's true. So that brings me to this question. And what's the cutoff point? At what point, let's say I'm I'm Kanye, you're my wife, and all of these different rants, all of these different things that I'm doing in the public, and probably, who knows, in private
What's
too.
the cutoff point?
What's the cutoff point? When can, is it okay for you to be like, I'm done? Or is it okay?
I think that just depends on every person. I don't know. I don't know. What are you saying? Like divorce?
Yeah.
I
Like
don't.
when is it, when is enough enough? Like when can the spouse be like, you know what? I've said this to you. Um, Nothing's happening. You're not seeking help. People are coming to your aid, but you know,
I don't know. I think that's just individual for every person, and I don't know if honestly if I would do that. I don't know if that's grounds for divorce for me.
okay.
Every person's different. So I
Elizanne said it is hard because the person does not believe anything is wrong with them.
right.
Yeah, and that is where it kind of gets difficult. I kind of, honestly, I feel for him. Like you hear a lot of folk talking crazy about him, which some of that is warranted. I'm not gonna say it's not, because he's displaying some things that are definitely indicators, right? But from a marriage standpoint, that's how I'm kind of looking at it. From a marriage standpoint, a lot of these things that happen in media, whether it be the um, Will and Jada thing, or whatever the case may be, often I'm looking at it from the marriage perspective, and how the marriage can handle. How does the marriage handle that?
Yeah, I don't know.
How do you get through that?
Maybe after a rant like that, he goes home and he consoles her to the point where he becomes level-headed again and things are okay for a while. I don't know. I don't know. Or maybe she's just like, man, you need to just chill out. That was really crazy what you did. There's no way to tell. I don't know.
I don't know. I think about that, and because with us, right, moving away from Kanye, but with us at the times where we've kind of been uh low, so to
Mm-hmm.
speak. And I'm trying to think before I say this. I don't know that there's been times that we've both been low at the same time or on the same level of low at the same time,
Yeah, probably not.
which kind of then, normally you will kick in. Like if it's me and I'm low, right? You'll kick in and you'll be like, hey, not necessarily snap out of it, but, you know, just being encouraging and being supportive and,
Yeah.
don't worry about it. Let's, hunker down. We'll be okay. Kind of that ride or die kind of,
Yeah.
I got you kind of thing. Right. And me, the same for you
Yeah.
in those areas. And so I feel like for us, that is that helps us to keep moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
But what if that's not enough for some folk? Like, what if it's like, okay, listen, I've consoled you for the last time. This has been the millionth time in 20 years. You got to go
Yeah.
see somebody, or you got to, you know what I mean? So I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting. I was gonna say most times people stay with the person out of love with the hope that the person will get better, but it is hard for the spouse on the receiving end of the confusion, especially if there's children involved.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
it's tough, man, and
It's hard.
it's tough, and we don't often look at that as we're getting as a society we're getting better at this, but we don't often look at it as
An
illness. Right?
Yeah.
It's more, I'm frustrated
Mm-hmm.
that you are just failing to get your act together,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to, I wouldn't treat you like that if you had the flu.
Right.
Right? I'd be
Yeah.
like, what do you need? How can I help you? You need to go to the store. You need
Yeah.
to get this medicine, fill your prescription, whatever. I become that caregiver, caretaker kind of thing. Right?
You know what might need to happen or might happen? I don't know. Not necessarily just for Kanye, but for people in situations like that. The person on the receiving end, like what Alazan was saying, may be the person that needs to go for therapy. Because it may be that they need to figure out how to better handle that person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I have
Yeah,
no idea.
maybe they both. Maybe they both do. Because I'll admit, I probably should have already been on someone's couch at some point. What? What are you thinking just now?
I just don't know where this conversation's going.
So you want to stop?
No, go ahead.
No, I mean that's where it's going.
Okay.
I'm just, I'm spitballing.
What does that mean?
But I'll stop.
What does spitballing
I mean, I'm
mean?
just throwing stuff out there. I'm just spilling what has been going on in my head.
Is
I
that what
think about.
spitballing means?
Yeah, I'm just throwing stuff out there.
Okay.
That's all. But we can stop because
Okay.
you gave me that look. You know that look that you give, the Denise look
Mm-hmm.
that you give at times.
Mm-hmm.
You gave it to me. So, all right, we're done.
Okay.
I'm gonna go see counseling at some point. All right.
Are you ranting? No, that's
No,
not funny. I take that back.
I give in. I'll go see counseling at some point. I'll go ahead and get my act together. Anyway, that was on my mind though. I really, I wonder like how for people who really are dealing with it on a grander scale, if you will, than we have.
Yeah.
What do you do? Where's the breaking point if
And the thing is,
things don't
too,
happen?
they're celebrities, right? So it's got to be even more difficult for them, particularly his wife and her family. I feel like it probably is more difficult for them because they're in the spotlight, so everything is getting scrutinized. Everything.
Yeah,
things they do and the things they don't do that people think that they should do. Everything.
yeah,
So
that's an element, I guess,
so who
that takes
knows?
it up a notch. But yeah, so hey, all you could do is be supportive, I guess. And I mean, in our situation, that's what we've done. And yes, counseling is a viable option and an option that should be taken. It's not one personally that I have done that I've taken yet, but I don't see. Um, Not I don't see taking it, but I mean, there's a possibility that I could do it at some point. All right, so enough about that because my wife says she don't want to talk about it no more. So
I didn't say
we're not
that.
gonna talk about it no
I
more.
really didn't say that.
Let me ask you this before we go. What time is it? Okay, 8 minutes. We're gonna be gone. Um, we. I'm gonna say this in front of the couple people that are watching. We need to take a break.
We absolutely need to take. I've been saying that for the longest time.
You have?
How long have I been saying it, talking about burnout?
You have. You have. I didn't necessarily mean. You're thinking big picture. Yes, we do. I'm talking about this week. Like somehow tonight we got to take a break because it's been that kind of week,
It
right?
has
We've been
that
running and
kind of
gunning,
week.
or do we wait till tomorrow? Do we finish out tonight and wait till tomorrow night? 24
Well,
more hours of just the mayhem, and then
well, I don't have any mayhem except I have to finish working. Well, I do have mayhem, but I can't do anything about it. So
all right. So after this, we're gonna go have a nice conversation. That's not hallway talk. Elizanne said the part about this that bothered me is because it came at a time when the country is in so much
yes,
drama, and him
absolutely
doing this
terrible
in a
timing.
run for president makes black folks look bad.
Terrible timing. I agree 100%.
Timing is bad.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that actually until
Yeah.
you reading this comment. But yeah, that's true. It's definitely not the right time.
It's going to be a poor spin for black people.
It is, and I don't know. I think the thing that if we got to take something out of this is that we got to really be able to recognize or not recognize, because we recognize the signs often, but we ignore them often as well.
Acknowledge them.
We need to acknowledge the signs and then take whatever those steps are. And like you said, for every couple, those steps may look different. But I think we need to start to acknowledge and not just because even we do it with celebrities, like, oh man, he's just crazy.
Right.
We just, just brush it off, like, whatever.
Yeah.
But behind closed doors, somebody has to deal with that like 24 hours a day.
Yeah, that's
so
sad.
Recognizing that and then taking the proper steps and precautions to do that.
Yeah.
Elizanne said, yes, I agree. Take a week or two to rejuvenate. It's coming. Our week or two is coming in the end of August because September 3rd, we'll be married 20 years. You are something else, boy, I tell you. Listen,
I'm smiling because I'm excited. We've been married for 20 years and I'm something else.
Is that really why you were?
What
that
else?
Didn't look like a real smile. Was that a real smile?
I don't know now. I mean, I guess I thought it was.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I misread. My bad.
Wow.
My bad. I'm on edge, man. I'm on edge sitting beside you. I'm just letting you know that right now.
Why?
I'm on, you know what I'm saying? I look down at my toes. I'm on my toes. Sitting down, I'm on my toes. I'm just tiptoeing around here. Even sitting down. Even sitting down. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I don't know nothing about that.
Why?
I don't know. Sorry, I misread that. 20 years, September 3rd. 20 years married, which is a good thing. I was going to say a phenomenal feat, but that would make it sound like
I was going to say
tough.
It's no small feat.
Oh, okay. Well, then it was tough. There you go. See, I don't know. I'm done. That's it. This conversation is over. This conversation is over.
Oh my
I'm batting a 1. I'm batting a 0.0 average.
I can't stop it. Okay, guys.
My friend. All right. So listen, we out of here. I like getting on here, even if it is to rant and to vent on Thursdays, um, because I feel like that's a part of. I feel like that's a part of relationships, right? That we don't always see, right? I think that it is. I think often we feel like we have to kind of put this forth, this kind of front, right? Especially in scenarios like us, where we do this, we get up in front of people and we talk about marriage and that kind of thing. That we kind of have to have this thing like it's everything's always together. We
Yeah.
always have stuff to talk about.
Right.
We always, the conversations are always productive. It's always lovey-dovey and it's always happily ever after, but it's not always like that.
Right.
So I figured, there's times where I'll get on here and like tonight, bat a zero. It just happens that way, right? So, but anyway, we're gonna get out of here. This is it's just what we do. We get on, we talk about things, and I do want to share this though. There's only a couple people on here, but I do want to share something that we're really excited about. The lineup for this thing is so insane,
So
and we're gonna share the lineup next week. But the Have a Conversation Marriage Forum, Saturday, August 29th, from 3 to 5. I think the lineup is so crazy, we may extend it to 5:30 because the lineup is nuts. We have LaTroy and Christina Brown from Married for Real. We have Aaron and Jocelyn Freeman from the Freemans, and we have
Meet the Freemans
from Meet the Freemans, and we have Jimmy and Rachel Rogers from Relationship Real Talk. Man, this thing is going to be crazy.
It's going to be great.
So if you have not gotten your pass already, there are only 25 VIP passes, but get your pass ASAP so that you can be in the place for this. We're really excited about this. This is going to be a great time. So I just want to make sure that I threw that out there.
I should have gotten that book to open that I bought that I haven't opened yet. I could have done that online.
Yeah, we could have done that. Yeah. Well, go live on Instagram. Do it.
Yeah.
So we just want to share that. So make sure that you are checking that out. Also, those of you who are not familiar with the podcast, make sure that you are checking out the podcast. There is a new episode that airs tomorrow. The new episode, we're talking to another phenomenal couple that works with, that's passionate about marriages and works with couples to enrich their marriages. We're talking with Jason and Angel Scott. So make sure you check out that episode. Really good conversation. It'll be live tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. So, all right, we out of here. We hope you have a great Thursday. We hope you have a fantastic weekend. And we will see you next Thursday.
Be safe, everybody.
Peace.